All right, great morning. This is day numero zero. This is day number 0. Now, my name is Olivia Anderson. For those who do not know, allow me to introduce myself. I am a live streamer, Instagrammer. I have been on Instagram since 2015. I have 130,000 followers there. I love live streaming as a way to gather and as a way to serve people in my business and also in my ministry. I am a minister of the gospel. I'm a business coach. I am a spiritual guide for phenomenal powerhouse women. And I've been in business since 2015 to the tune of about $1 million in revenue, all organic, no ads. I will be using ads in the following year in of the next quarter, so I am going to grow. And what you're looking at right now is the first video in the It's Your Turn Now series. I love working with people, women and men, who understand that they have something they want to share with the world. They have a message they want to put out there, right? They've been in corporate America. They've made 6 figures. They, have raised families. They're empty nesters. You have something of power. They're in fitness and health. They're in the wellness industry. They're in the mental health space, coaches, speakers, teachers. They're motivational speakers, inspirational speakers, and they're all in the becoming. They're all in the birthing and creative process of building their own movements. And so my specialty is taking the essence of your dreams, your visions, your soul's desires, and helping you to make it into a movement. Something that can be attractive to other people. I keep hearing the word grow. That can help you to grow and help you to become the advancing woman and the advancing man that is encouraging, empowering, and guiding our world into a better place through you becoming a better messenger, right? So if you're a messenger, you're a waymaker, you're a creative, people trust you, they come to you, right? They're guided to you intuitively. They know that for some reason they can share with you. They come to you for, advice. They come to you for great resources. They come to you to pray and encourage them. They come to you for answers. You are the strong one, right? I'm here to help you to build. And a step into abundant mindset, abundant flow, and of course, great influence. With a couple 100,000 followers online, I understand the power of building a movement that is connected, that is empowered, and really showing people that you're the one that they can trust will guide them into the next place, that you're the one that can guide them through your live events, through your books, through your programs, through your coaching, through your teaching, through your ministering, that you're the person that they can trust in the moment that they are in to help them to get to their next place as well. And so with that being said, come on in. Super duper excited for this day 0. What does day 0 mean? This is the introductory video. This is going to present the opportunity for some of you to come out of the free space of It's Your Turn Out. This group is free. It would always be free. To come out of the free space and to upgrade from the free masterclass to coming into the movement for messengers, okay? It's an unusual movement. It's an unusual investment. Some of you may be like, what does that have to do with building a movement? But the VIP offer that I'm presenting in the middle of this video, and I'll actually be dropping the link any moment, it's going to help you understand the essence of movement making. It's going to help you get to your first 10,000, 20,000, 30,000 followers, but do it in a way where it is connected. You have a mission and people want to actually grow your mission. You're going to understand the power of creating a message and energy around what it is that you want to share, so much so that it is attractive, that it attracts people. I think I've done it. I've done it for myself and for clients all the way from 2015 to now. I've helped clients go from not having any presence to having their first 50,000 followers on social media, to not understanding how to take their message out of the pulpit, out of the ministry into the marketplace. So I've helped pastors go from making 15,000 in 6 months to 15,000 in 3 to 5 days. I help people to understand how to be magnetic in their messaging, and how to conceptualize their message in a way where people want to stay connected. With that being said, thank you for joining me. Thank you for being a part of this free masterclass, and you'll forever be able to remain in the group. There'll be spaces and times where we will turn on moderation, meaning you'll be able to post, but all of the posts won't be approved. There'll be moments where, like now, where if I'm live in the group, if I'm doing a live masterclass or anything in the group, then the group, the commenting will be open and not subject to approval during those periods of time only. We want a high quality experience for those coming into this world, so thank you for being one of the first. So go ahead and say hi to those watching this replay. Say hello. Greet them who are coming, who will watch this video because you are here live. For those on the replay, you are welcome. This was recorded live, but you're able to watch it as frequently as you desire, as often as you want, okay? So let me know, can you hear me? Drop a couple ones. Let me know if you can hear me. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Let me know if you can hear me. Good morning, Patrice. I am a movement maker. Let's go ahead and decree that. I am a movement maker. Let's just go ahead and drop that into the atmosphere. I am a movement maker. I create movements. Good, good, good. I want you to start to think of yourself now as an advancing individual. That whatever you do is not just you, that it impacts others. Good. I'm glad the sound is good. I believe I have you on Bluetooth. It was intentional that you be on Bluetooth. I create movements. I don't just move things around me. Like that's control based. That's ego based. I am a movement maker. I create movements. I want y'all to go ahead and start decreeing that out loud. Say it where you are. If you're listening to the replay in your vehicle, say it. Just say, I am a movement maker. I am a movement maker. I'm sorry, I am shifting because I can sense the atmosphere changing in this space right now. I'm actually really excited. I am a movement maker. So, okay, I am in here. Let's go ahead and pin this video. For the record, this is the first. There was a video I did yesterday, and if you don't see it, it's because it was deleted. This is not a challenge group. Let me say this again. This is not a challenge group. Okay? It's just not. This is a open, evergreen group where you can come in at any time. You can invite other movement makers. They'll only be approved if pending their answers to the questions. And for those of you that become leaders in this movement, you will know who you are when the time comes. You'll be able to help even moderate and help contribute to the culture of this movement. It's your time now. With that being said, let's jump in. I'm excited. I'm glad you guys can hear me. So this is day number 1. It says, let's grow. Growth, you've heard it before, is an inside job. You've heard that growth starts with you. But how does that translate to you building great influence? Not just remember, I have great number of followers. That doesn't make a movement. You've heard the horror stories. Drop a 2 if you've heard it. You've heard the horror stories of people with 1 million followers that can't sell a t-shirt. People with 500,000 followers that can't really make any money on their social media. They don't know what they're doing. So people mistakenly call great influence, they call it vanity numbers. And that's because to the world, having a large following is a vanity number. Why? Because it doesn't always translate to money. If you don't know how to do it, you're going to learn how now. It doesn't always translate to live events being filled. If you don't know how to do it, you're going to learn how in this 5 days. We're going to discuss all the different ways that you can monetize the message, monetize the energy, monetize who you are at a core level. And I provide one way of monetization as the initial way to upgrade from here. Let's go ahead and drop that upgrade link right now. Okay? The upgrade link is T like a boss. I'm going to go ahead and upgrade now. Why t-shirts? Why this link? Why this? Because number 1, it is a one-time investment. I permeate movement into every thing that they do in this t-shirt training. And you may not desire to do t-shirts, and that's okay. You want to join because every Tuesday night I'm going live, and every Tuesday night, this is a one-time investment, but I go live. So this is not, remember, it's not a challenge. This is the ability to stay connected permanently in a paid space with us who have decided that we're not going to just go through a free masterclass. but we're going to go in and commit to becoming movement makers, okay? So it's called T Like a Boss. I just dropped the link. I'm going to go ahead and pin the link in a moment. It is a one will be able to shift into a paid space with us. You will have permanent access to the course, the T Like a Boss course, but you're going to be able to discuss and be permeated with other movement makers. There'll be other things that you can do. There'll be ways that you can, even get my help one-to-one, even, start understanding the essence of movement building. There will be courses and programs, but this is for you to jump from the free space to making an energetic mindset commitment. Like, I am making this move into being a movement maker. It's called T Like a Boss. If you're already in it, congratulations. This just went from a one-time, training to it being a lifetime access. I will be going live every Tuesday night, and every Tuesday night I'm going to be discussing building movements. That is my heart. It is my desire. So whatever it is that you want to do, you want to come into this space, you want to watch some of the replays. It's not going to be all t-shirt training. There's only going to be 8 modules, 8, maybe 10 modules, maybe more, but for the t-shirt space. But this is where I'm going to discuss building movements, ways that you can monetize the movements, ways that you can take your 10K months and turn them into 10K days. This is where we're going to discuss being an influencer for real. Not just one who influences, and some of the people in this room have already made 10K months. I know that because I know you, I know your stories. And there's others who have never made a dime. Congratulations, you're in a really cool space, and it is a one-time investment to go from not knowing how to build movements to having someone who's built several of them for myself and my clients as your mentor. This is a $197 investment. It is lifetime access. It is T Like a Boss, and that is the way to jump. So let's go ahead and pin the link. Boom, it is pinned. Now I can get to the training today. I've done my introduction. I've dropped the link that, hey, I'm about to shift. I stepped through the greeting. You guys have seen that. So now, can we get to this teaching? Can we get to this teaching on what it is, right, to grow? What it is to start, initiate the spark, right? The spark of growth on social media in a way where you're building a prolific, lovable, high energy, attractive movement, right? Attractive movements. Let me do that again because I don't see any comments coming through, but I want to make sure my comments are good. When we talk about movements, a lot of people think that it's just, 10X. Let's give you some live examples. 10X by Grant Cardone is a movement. 10X by Grant Cardone, Unlimited Power, something like that, you by Tony Robbins. Like, you see these awesome people who have built movements, but they built these movements after they built businesses. They built these movements after they had already kind of started making a name for themselves. They went from hotel rooms to stadiums. We've already seen it, right? But I'm going to show you now through this 5-day masterclass. It's $197. It's a $197 investment. It's $197. It's a one-time investment, lifetime access. Right? So thank you for finding that. We'll go ahead and make sure that gets corrected, but it's a $197 investment. So you've seen them build a name for themselves. You've seen them shift. You've seen them actually grow, right? You've seen it. But probably what you've not seen is someone who's built 100,000 followers and then launched a program. They did it differently. They built a movement and then launched a monetization skill. I'm going to teach you how much easier it is to build a movement and then monetize that movement. I understand that the coaching industry has become prolific with you having masterclasses and events and all of that stuff. I don't care. I'm going to teach you how to start right now with your message. How to start with your high energy message. And then shift to becoming the person that people want to work with. They want to invest. You have a skill set. You have a message. You have a desire to help people, okay? You have all of that. You got it. Now, what I want you to do, because this is a doing, this is not just a learning. What I want you to do is I want you to write down how you help people with your message. I help people to see. I help people to stop. I help people to change. I help people to lose weight. I help people to, I want you right now, if you're wanting to type it in, you can type it inside the comments. I want you to type how you help people. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to make a prolific movement out of this in a way that has phenomenal energy. Because we learn by doing. I want you to write this out. Like, you know your message, and if you don't know your message, just go ahead and say, hey, I don't know my message yet. Go ahead and comment that. Because what I want to do is I want to see where this room is, but I also want those who are watching to see that, you know, it doesn't matter if you have a whole bunch of people. It doesn't matter if you're just starting. Like, I help people heal from what? I help people heal in what way? I help people heal by doing. Like, what are you doing? Like, let's make this a comprehensive statement, because I'm going to show you how to take that thing that you help people do. The more people you help, the more money you're going to make. No, you actually help people, Ryan, through creatively being able to shift themselves and see themselves in art. You help them to be able to, you help leaders be able to cultivate high energy groups. I know because I know Ryan. Ryan is actually my assistant. So you actually help people, you help leaders, you help creatives understand how to conceptually pull together their ideas in a way where they can actually start to feel good about all those random pieces. You help them bring those pieces together, so you bring clarity to creatives. You bring support to those leaders who really need a creative, a master creative like yourself, to be able to come in and infuse their groups in their communities with high energy. You help to engage. You're an engager. You're an engager. I love it. Come on. You're an engager of people. So the way that you engage is high energy, is high vibe, and is committed. You fill the space of leaders not having the support to both be the leader and also to actively create the touch points through the day that keep their brands top of mind for their clients. Replay this and write that down. That's what you do, Ryan. That's just one of the things that you do. That's just one of the ways that you show up in your creative design programs and your creative design courses. Whew. I love it. Me too, Faith, right? I love that creative energy. I love people being able to see it and being able to shift. She just put a demand energetically on this space. Come on. She has put a demand energetically on this space. Who else is willing to do it? Who else is willing to comment? There's going to be hundreds, if not thousands of people in the next 90 days that are going to come through this program, that are going to come through this masterclass. They're going to see your comments. How are you going to help them? How are you going to engage? Listen. My life shifted last week, and as a result, I may have a refined message, because your message is not quite new. It is refined to the moment, the season you're in. And my life shifted last week, and I am now refining my message. Let's always come from a place of I am and strength. Leaders, your language can help you produce millions. Write that down. Write this down. My language will help me produce millions. People want to trust you. They want to trust that you're assertive. They want to trust that you can do it, that you can help them, that you can break through. They want to see it. Yeah. You're so welcome. My language will help me produce millions. My language will help me produce millions. And I think will is even in the future. Let's shift that. My language is helping me produce millions. My language is cultivating $1 million business. My language is cultivating millions into my accounts. Your language matters. Your language is powerful. Listen, the entire earth, if you're a believer, if you're not a believer, welcome into this space. You're welcome. But for my believers in here, you know that the entire earth was created with words. That in this is chapter 1. He says, let there be light, and there was light. He separated the heavens above from the heavens, the waters above from the waters below, and called the waters above heaven, and the waters below here. He created the firmament. Everything that your language must be intentional in this season. Leaders have intentional language. Leaders have intentional language. It must infuse everything you do. Leaders have intentional language. Bear that in mind, right? So my language is cultivating millions into my accounts. Come on, Ryan, I love that. Because now it's time for you to shift and begin to see it for real. I'm telling y'all, we're growing. There's no reason why, if you are in this room and you've made at least $10,000 a month, that you can't make $100,000 in a month. None. Have you made $100,000 in a month, Olivia? No, I've made $100,000 in 6 weeks. My next goal is to have a $100,000 a month. Yes, I want to create my systems and have them so tight and so structured that is my next level, is taking my $100,000 in 6 quarters and making it a 6-figure month is my desire. You understand what I'm saying? Consistent monthly $100,000 a month is my revenue goal. And we are not afraid of talking about money in this group. We're not afraid of talking about being a movement maker. We're not afraid of abundance in this group. We're not afraid of being, energetically aligned to the mission, purpose, and plans that God has for our lives. We're not afraid of the word universe. We're not demonizing people's spirituality in this group. So what we're doing is we're opening the wave. We're opening all of the waves inside of you, the waves inside of others. We're opening waves. For those of you who are leaders, your language should inspire others to get up and move. There should be at a core, as you open your words, as you open your mouth, as you speak, people's lives should begin to shift without ever having to pay you a dime. When you can do that, you understand that it's your time. And you understand that this is messaging that you can bring to the world. Your world. Not all 7 billion, 8 billion people, but the ones that are called, that are on the same, you know how they say birds of a feather fly together, and they say peas in the pod, whatever, all that good jazz. What it's saying is, in the term that water seeks its own level, yes, it does. Water is a beautiful indication of the movement until things are level. Meaning, if you're wanting to change things, change you so that you can begin to attract better. So I don't want to go too deep into that, but I do want to say this. Your language must be intentional. There's not one word in the Bible that's idle. There's not one word in the Tao that's idle. There's not one word. If you've ever listened to one of your favorite speakers, their words are not idle. There is a flow. There's energetically, things show up for them. When they speak, there's something that inside of you that pays attention, that stands up. They understand that when they listen, it's your turn now. It's not just, it's your turn now. It's the message, right? It's your turn now. It's not just, it's your turn now right this minute or, in this season. Every time you wake up, every time you decide to move in the right space, you decide to take action, it is your turn at that point. And when you understand that the world is full of turns, yours and others, that people are taking their turn and you're taking your turn, then you understand that there is no competition when the turn was not yours, the time was not yours, the business was not yours, the relationship was not really yours. It was a season. This is about being able to release and let go, but it's also about understanding, and in terms of social media, how to lead people from a core level, a soul level, so much so that they listen to you. So I got 2 people that was, that said, what they do. Come on, Miss Joyce. Joyce, are you still here? I know you said I help people heal. Let's go deeper, Joyce. Let's go deeper, Joyce, because you said I help people heal. But this has to be something more. So what is the comment you just typed? This is gold. The way you speak about intentional language is powerful. Thank you for blessing us with your words. Thank you, Faith, for being in this space with me energetically and being active and participating, because it pulls on me when you guys are here and you're doing it. Listen, this is why I didn't care about having 300 people in this group this time. I didn't even have 500 people in this group this time. I opened up flow and said that whoever comes will come, because they that come will know that it is their turn to be able to shift rooms, shift spaces, shift cultures, shift energetically, be able to rise and speak the message that they've been given by God at a core level that they know. And if you don't believe in God and you believe in the universe, and maybe you believe that all things are connected, which is powerful, in essence, very connected to spirituality and biblical understanding, I am with you. I believe that as well. I believe that everything is connected, that I am connected to Faith and Faith is connected to me. I believe that I, Ryan, and Faith are connected. I believe that the person watching this video right now is connected to me. I believe that I'm connected to everyone inside of this Starbucks I'm in. I believe that I am connected so much so that the moment I started speaking in this space, somebody started shifting, and that those that this message repelled walked away, and that those who are attractive are probably still here listening. I've seen people come into this space, in this, my favorite Starbucks, and actually buy into my programs, barely knowing me from being in this space. They were the right people. Remember, I'm not here for 8 billion people. I'm here for the ones who know that it's time for them to enlarge their territory, to expand their influence, to become more influential, to help people, to bring light and love to the world in a way that it shifts things. And they're not afraid of stepping into the energy that's required in order to do that. Joyce's message, her message matters, which is why I'm focusing on it. Your message matters, Faith, which is why I said, no, you're not creating a new one. You're refining the one that is already so deep. There's always a refinement, so that when that one changes, it's refining deeper. It's refining deeper. Ego wants things to be new. But someone who is mature at core level understands there's nothing new under the sun. There's nothing new. Everything is evolving and growing, and you're seeing it happen. I'm talking to some movement makers right now. I put a heart on my own post. That's me. I put a heart on my own post. Movement makers. Every one of you are movement makers. Every one of you. And if what I said before frustrates you, it makes you angry, you don't believe in that, I am so thankful for you. And I'm so thankful that you are so strong in your convictions. And it is okay if this is not the right group for you. That I pray that up until this moment you received what you needed. And I lovingly release you to go forth and to find the right mentor, the right guide into your journey of abundance, until you becoming more of an influencer, to you becoming one that influences people at a core level and changes lives for real. For real, like helps people see the best in themselves. And I thank you for being here. For those who remain, who understand that this is a different kind of space, I welcome you. I embrace you. I embrace your journey. I thank you for saying yes to becoming a movement. You are becoming a movement. That all that you do will be attractive, and that you are not afraid to say yes to being attractive to more money, greater relationships, I help women and couples heal from trauma of unplanned pregnancies. From the 12, I love it. Now, the trauma of unplanned pregnancies, because the unplanned pregnancy ended, or because the unplanned pregnancy was outside of their scope. These are people who are dealing with that trauma of that shock, and what are they wanting? What do they want? They're wanting to acclimate themselves to being new parents now. It's very intentional. How you help people matters, and how you convey that to the world will bring in your people. So when I say let's grow, we're starting right here in day 0 with you understanding how are you helping people. Now, that doesn't by any names, like we're going to infuse, I'm going to show you how to infuse a name, like what's in a name. So day number one, okay? That's the next video. What's in a name? What's in a name? showing you how to walk, showing you how to create intentional programs, masterclasses. Oh, intentional spaces. Thank you, Holy Spirit. Intentional spaces with helping you to, yes, showing you how to create intentional spaces with a name. So, why did I call this a masterclass? Because I will only do it once. This is not a challenge. If I would have called this a challenge, and as a matter of fact, I tried treating it like a challenge yesterday, and nothing worked. Why didn't it work, you guys? Can I be honest? I don't even like when I got out of it. I didn't feel high energy. It felt off. It felt OFF. Off. I was like, why does this feel so off to me? It is because I was treating it like a challenge, but I had called it a masterclass, and the masterclass, the intention behind the structure of this program, the structure of this free group is different than a challenge. It's just not the same. So the video I did yesterday will be deleted, and this video is day 0. The best part, God knew. Everything works for me. Everything works out for you. So this is okay. To pivot, to shift, to grow. This is movement. Remember that when you hit a rock, you don't stop. You flow around said rock. You flow. You look at what other ways are there. You ask, what is another way around this obstacle as I grow my movement, as I grow my international brand? I keep seeing my sister. What is her name? Patrice. I know that she can't hang out much, but what is her name? Her name is Patrice. She's a leader in this space. She's an influencer as well. And all I keep seeing for Patrice is international brand. I see international events. And now I'm refining the space. Yes. So what's in a name? I want to show you how to create intentional spaces with naming mechanisms. Naming mechanisms. You're going to understand tomorrow what that means. Mechanics. I like that. Mechanics. There we go. All right. So I just typed that. That's day number 1. What's in a name? You're going to get that tomorrow because that name matters. You can actually create a space where it's not limited by the name. The name actually becomes more open, while still like creating space for all kinds of products and services and live events and masterclass. You could do that as well. That's an option. And you know, that's even better. But we want to talk about naming because you ever looked up the meaning of your name? I have. If you've ever looked up the meaning of your name, you will find that the meaning of your name, it kind of lines up to who you are. You're like, oh man, that's so me. That's so weird. That is me. Well, it's because names energetically have power. So when you name someone, and when you were named out of the womb, and they called you this name over and over again, it shaped you. So when someone calls you out of your name, they are essentially speaking against who you are or who you're becoming. When someone brings a negative name your way, it is bringing an energy your way. And I have a name for my space. I wonder if it will shift and be refined tomorrow. Possibly. So think about that now. Tomorrow we're going to discuss this with naming your movement, what that says to the person that's coming, and how we're going to go get those people to come based on what you are doing and who you're calling in. The way that you're going to gather them may be different. So listen, if you're not coming into the VIP, we meet tonight. It's the first night this is the first night, so you still have a chance. Everyone who's joining T Like a Boss, for the first 20 people, I am making them, for the first 20 people, it's going to be like a focus group. Everyone else will still be in the more general open space, but the first 20 people I'm going to have in kind of like hey, I have a question, what do you think? Because you're the first movers. So you help to ultimately shape the space by your responses, desires, and the way that you show up. You're so valuable, you don't even understand. We're going to show you that, right? So for those who sign up for T Like a Boss, it's already tagged at the bottom. but I am going to drop it again. For those who sign up now, remember this is lifetime. You'll just $197, you'll never pay again. Why is this? Someone say there's a plan. Once you do this, you'll never have to sign up again. It's called Tea Like a Boss. It's a one-time investment. It is $197, okay? And the reason why I'm saying that price here is because that price will not change. That price will not change. Ever. Ever. I have collapsed that wave. I have collapsed that wave. Okay? So, someone said to make sure. Someone said to make sure that the pricing, if there's any discrepancy, don't worry about that. It's $197 for everyone. Probably more than likely when you look, it's going to show the right pricing, and you're going to see testimonials from women from some of those first movers who have already taken action, and they're already building their movement. They're already taking action, and they're already building the movement, and they've already started being activated supernaturally to have people come and want to work with them. Right? Like, how freaking amazing. Now, yeah, I move quick, but when I do move, I'm confident that I'm moving in the right direction. So, there's a plan. Tomorrow, What's in a Name is going to go over naming mechanisms. It will be where for those who are VIPs, you'll have access to the Zoom room. I'm going to be doing it with Zoom. I will not be on my mobile phone tomorrow. I'm going to be on with my computer, okay, with my laptop. I'm going to be on with my laptop, and what I'll be doing from 11 to 12 is walking you through what's in the name. So that'll be an actual training. That'll be day number 1. That'll be the training. There we go. Perfect. So everything is lined up. It is $197, one-time investment. You'll never pay again for that. For those that decide to go ahead and make that investment, I know it's unusual. It's probably worth $2,000 to be able to help me, to show me, to help you how to make movements, and for you to have lifetime access to this space. But I'm doing, and I have charged. That's why I says I have actually charged that. You know, it's not like, oh, this is worth $1 bajillion, but you can get in for $997. No, it's not like that, okay? I've actually charged $1,500, $2,500, $3,500, $4,500 for being in my spaces, in my cohorts, where we only met once a week for 8 weeks. This is a more open space. It's unlimited access forever. All access pass. You'll never pay again. And this is because I'd like to have the free space, and I'd like to have the space with those who actually made an energetic commitment to be in said space. And you're going to see it's just going to be 2 different energies. For those who decide to jump from this recording and decide to jump into Tea Like a Boss, into the t-shirt course / movement making movement. Like, I don't even know what to call it. Like, movement maker? I don't know. Anyway. It's going to be a cute name for it, but Tea Like a Boss is the name for right now. That's how you upgrade. And when we talk about growing, the growth, the spark, the seed, it's in all how you help people. It's in how you collectively decide that you actually want to help people. And when you decide that, when you make that decision, when you make that commitment, it's a whole nother ball game. When you decide, I'm going to help people do this, and I don't mind charging for it, or hey, here's my part where they can come and do a taste and see on my YouTube channel, my Facebook page, or in my own special space. But if they want to work with me, if they want to work in the group, if they want to join the program, energetically, this is the cost that they'll pay so that I can fully commit myself to them. That's where you start to monetize the energy. So, like I said, people have built a name for themselves. They built careers. They maybe connected with other people, and they built that name, and they got on the stages, and then they built the massive movements, right? I'm going to show you how to build a movement and then monetize it to get to the stages, to get to the desire, to get to the places you want. I'm going to show you how to go from where you are now, no matter where you are. If your intention is to grow into being the leader of a movement, your energy is going to shift. Your mindset is going to shift. The way that you move is going to shift. It is. It is a requirement. And you're going to create a movement. You're going to create movement. And you're going to learn technically how people can join and be with you, connected to you, whether free or paid. We're going to show you how to do that with confidence, how to start here and build a movement that then shifts your life, that you can then monetize. You can gather them together. You can connect. You can serve this movement. And as you're serving this movement, you can meet. You can do local meetups if that's what your movement is all about. Some movements will never meet in person, and that's okay. I want Tea Like Boss to, I want to have people actually meet one day. Right now, and I understand that it feels like, oh, you got to do it now. You got to do it now. You don't always have to do things now. You don't always have to do the event now, you just don't. There's an appointed time for everything. And if you're strategic and you're doing things in a certain way, day in and day out, the event will come about and it will fill up itself. The idea to do the masterclass will come and it'll fill up over time. Does that make sense? This is much different from what I've seen my mentors do and even what I've done in the past with challenges. This is not a mad dash to the cash. It's just not that for me. This is me committing to having a space where anyone can join from any country, any nation, without having a credit debit card. It doesn't matter. Because who knows, maybe their movement is not about monetization. Maybe their movement is about helping kids locally and they're wanting to just learn how to put a name on that and do some, okay, cool. This is the space for that. This is the space for that, right? But that energetic space, that Tea Like a Boss space, Tea Like a BOSS, that space, is for those who are like, oh no, I definitely want monetization. I definitely want to make money. I definitely want to commit my life to helping people, and I don't mind it helping me in the process. Not even that I don't mind, it must be for me as well, because I understand that life is not all about altruism and altruistic pursuits, that the fulfillment of the soul is only a part of what is required for me to live. I still love going out, I love eating, I love being with family, I love being with friends, I love. And because I love living life, having programs that people pay for, having books that people buy is important to me. Then you want to launch a movement. You can monetize. It's a $197 investment. It's tealikeaboss.com. And even if you decide you don't want to do a t-shirt now or later or ever, you want to understand the essence of building movements at a deeper level, and you want to energetically commit to it, because that's just the way I am. So I know I've attracted people just like me. Invest that $197, get to the other side. Join that group, join that more open group, which is also here, but there's also a course where we have weekly meetings that we do for this group every Tuesday night. The first one is tonight at 8 o'clock. If you missed that inaugural meeting, that's up to you. You'll always be able to watch the replay, but there's always something powerful about being in the inaugural meeting. And for those who like, oh, this is the first meeting for me ever, I didn't even know about this until today, but I do want to join. You come into this space at the first time for you. Remember that energetically, let's talk about this. When we talk about building movement, I want to really help you see this. I've made almost $1 million online on social media. And I tell people, I don't ever present an offer where I don't have a link ready. Why is that? I've had people miss out on me investing in them because they don't move at the speed of money. They don't move quick enough. There's a currency to initiating the spark. There's a currency to making money. Like, there is a speed to move. So when I say things like, hey, send me, I want to pay $150 to you, and you take a long time to send me a link, that space, I'll never be as excited as the moment where I said I want to spend $150 with you. I want to spend $5,000 with you. I will never be excited as in the moment I did it. My excitement begins to wane. My doubts begin to come in, or maybe I think maybe this is not the right time. Maybe they weren't ready. All of that to say, I've had people send me that invoice a week later. It's too late now. You're not moving at the speed of money. You should always have a link ready to be able to receive. You should always be open to receiving. Financially, emotionally, energetically, a lot of people are not open to receiving. They think they have time. You don't. I challenge you today, in addition to your helping, to say, right now, the price could change in 2 weeks. Who cares? How much do you charge to help people? Yeah, I said that. Because if you give a man a fish, he'll eat one time. If you teach a man a fish, he'll eat for the rest of his life. And that is worthy. That's worthy of his investment. Don't you think, to change the way that he looks at his life, the way he provides for himself, the way that he sees himself, the way that she sees herself, the way that she interacts in relationships, the way that she shows up, the way that she heals from her trauma, the way that she becomes a different woman in the process? Is that not worthy of investment for you to help them do that? So, and if people don't believe that, why do you go to a doctor when you need help? You think the doctor is doing it for free for you? You think the doctor isn't getting paid? So why do we do this with people online who say, I thought you wanted to help people? I do. And this is what I charge to help people. I help people. And the more people I help, the more money I make. That's a mindset shift. And if you want to write that down and repeat that, the more people I help, the more money I make. How much do you charge them to help? I know it's a hard question, but some of you already have a dollar value. Put it in the comments. If you're so bold, put it in the comments. What is it that you charge? Now, Joyce, I wanted to do this before I forget. Are you still here, Joyce? I got about 10 more minutes in this meeting. Joyce, are you still here? Drop a yes. Because I saw you drop it. I saw you put it down. I help women and couples heal from trauma, from the trauma of unplanned pregnancies. In what way do you help them? And what is the trauma they're dealing with? Like, you got to get really clear on it, so that as you're creating your videos, as you're going out encouraging people, as you're doing all these things, you are inherently carrying the energy of that message in there, and the way that you help people is there. And maybe you help them with a $97 coaching session. Maybe you help them with a $25 book. Maybe you help them with a $45 a month subscription to, or maybe you help them with a $2,000 small group for 8 weeks of support. How do you help them? I want prices. I want y'all to have that, and I want you to be ready. For those of you that join the VIP, we'll be digging deep tonight into that. I'm going to be digging deep into that. After we do the first couple of modules for the t-shirt training tonight, we're going to shift. So tonight at 8 p.m., I'm going to be right here again. Same place at 8 p.m. And we're going to talk about this, okay? We are going to do this. We are going to help you understand your message, and then we're going to show you how to make it attractive, how to get people to join, come in, and be blessed by it, and how the more people you help, okay? So what's in a name? That's tomorrow. That's day number 1. Is what's in a name, okay? With that being said, there's the link. You have the T Like a Boss link. 147 and 2000. There's a levels to this. True that. But I said one price point. As you're talking, I'm starting to uncomplicate the trauma. Oh, I love it. Acts 15. I love it. As I'm speaking, you're getting more clarity. That's what I'm talking about. You're tapped in, Joyce. This is amazing. I love it. You're starting to uncomplicate it. You're making it the messaging. When it's simple and connected to someone's soul issue, they will come to get help. And you're not taking advantage of them. Like the doctor is not taking advantage of you. If you come with a gash on your knee and the doctor, sews you up, and they charge your insurance, $85 for the string and $150 for the incision repair, and then $300 for the medication. They helped you and they alleviated your pain, but they got paid for. You understand? In the same way, you're not taking advantage of people by helping them. Shift their mindset. By charging them for the help, you're actually empowering them, and you're helping change their life. You're helping bring more ease. You're helping to bring a solution by charging them. All right. With that being said, I'm going to wrap this room up. I'm going to give one more call to action to join T Like a Boss. We're meeting every Tuesday night for this next month, t-shirts. After that, the course will always be there, but the Tuesday nights will continue as a supportive space to help women and men understand the essence of movement, okay? So T Like a Boss is now available. Tap that link. Join that program. Do not delay. It's $197. It will never change in price. But remember, energetically, this will be the moment Like this is where you want to shift now. You don't want to delay action, because delayed action in any way is taking the excitement and it's taking away from the momentum you're going to experience by making that massive shift for you. Hey Melanie, I'm so glad you're able to join us. I'm so glad we're at the end of our hour. 11 a.m. every day, you guys. 11 a.m. every day. So this is day 0. This is introduction day. Tomorrow is day number 1. And like I said, day number 1. Let's do it, okay? This is evergreen, which is why T Like a Boss will always be the upgrade. T Like a Boss is not a 4-day VIP. It is the VIP, and we're meeting tonight at 8. For this week only. We'll also meet Thursday, Friday, and Saturday for those who join the T Like a Boss VIP. The reason why I'm doing that extra 3 days is because I want to help those of you. I want to work with you one-to-one. I want to get with you face-to-face and help you to cultivate a message and birth a movement in this space with me, okay? Cultivate the message and birth the movement. That's for the VIPs who decide to join T Like a Boss now. You'll have forever access, lifetime access, but you'll get 3 extra days this week of training for this week only. That is listen, it's up to you if you want to move now or you want to move 2 weeks from now, but I don't want you to miss out on that, okay? And for those of you who are coming through and this is evergreen, you're like, man, well, I missed it. You're meeting with me every Tuesday night, but whenever I show up live here or do a masterclass here, it'll always be a bonus for those of you who join. Incredible opportunity, one-time investment. You'll never pay again. To be in that group, you'll never pay again. But if you're wanting me to work with you privately, if you're wanting to jump into one of the more advanced programs I have, the more advanced programs that Weston and I do, the more advanced programs that my clients offer through here. I have clients who are certified coaches that if I see that their mission aligns and we can connect, they will offer services. They'll offer trauma healing. They'll offer, just goal setting, those kind of things that help to really set the tone. This is a movement. So T Like a Boss is it. TLikeABoss.com. You have the link. I think I dropped it a couple times. With that being said, I will see you tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. for day 1. For those of you watching the replay, I will see you in the next video. Be blessed.